right, hello everybody. Today I have the wonderful pleasure to report to you from Istanbul in Turkey. Now, of course, currently it's not very peaceful in the wider region, but here in Turkey it seems to be quite at peace. You know, this is a beautiful city. People are extremely kind, and yeah, we're just about to have some lunch over here. We're in the old part of Istanbul, really a historical place, a very significant place. So we're here actually in Turkey to go to the Istanbul Blockchain Week, where we are a silver sponsor, and we hope to have some very fruitful conversations with people who really know the market. You know, this is part of our exploration of Turkey, and you know, to kind of assess our options here and our opportunities here. But of course, it's also a great time for some of us to come together from New York, from South Africa, from Hong Kong, and be together again and consult on growth and on everything that's happening at VALR and in the world. So I hope to bring you some nice footage and share some insights with you, and really take you along. So looking forward to it.
We're just here in Turkey, Istanbul. It's really expensive to draw cash, so we decided to come do some OTC crypto. So you can see here, I sent 1,000 USDT and I've got $1,000 cash, and I went into a little shop and they sold it to me over the counter.
Here we are in Istanbul at the Istanbul Blockchain event, pre-event, on a yacht going on the Bosphorus. And I'm here with Farzam Esani, co-founder and CEO of VALR. What are your thoughts of Istanbul and the beauty around us?
It's a beautiful city. We are in a beautiful, the welcoming event for the speakers and some of the VIP tickets. And it's a really wonderful evening in Istanbul. Beautiful weather, the sun is setting, beautiful views, highly rated. Istanbul is a beautiful city, has a beautiful character in so many different ways. So it's a wonderful place to visit. So if you haven't been, come and pay a little visit.
Thanks, Farzam. And here we are looking at Istanbul's beauty, traveling in a yacht. This is the Asian side, and then this is the European side. See you soon.
Alright, so it's getting busy now. We're at Istanbul Blockchain Week. We just saw Badi speak. He was on a panel, and you can see it's getting quite crowded now. So that's really good to see. Let me bring you to the booth. You know, this time it's not like Token 2049. It's a smaller booth, but nonetheless effective for receiving people. Let me go through here. Look over here. Blake signing away some documents.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Is it clear?
And today I have Farzam from VALR with me.
Alright, so that concludes our very short but nonetheless interesting visit to Istanbul, this magnificent city that I'm still in right now. We've certainly learned a lot. We've gained a lot of insight into this market, this very large market, not just through our conversations with industry peers at the conference, but also just by being in the city and our conversations with everyday people. And you can see that inflation here is really a lived reality. You know, with the Turkish lira shedding over 40% in value per year, which is really quite devastating. And you can see that it's really driven the uptake of crypto, Bitcoin, stable coins in this country. But beyond just exploring the market, it's also really been about sharing our perspective. So for example, Farzam, during his keynote speech, you know, he talked about how the present day world order is to be rolled up and how a new world order is to be spread out in its stead. And of course that refers to so much more than just kind of financial infrastructure or the monetary system, but it relates to identity and, you know, so much more. But of course in his speech he focused more on the financial part of it, and really spoke about how ultimately we're moving away from a world with multiple currencies and, you know, a multitude of coins to really a kind of convergence onto a global standard, perhaps a world currency, which is not just about taking away inefficiencies and injustices that are baked into the system, but it's really about kind of building a system that reflects the fundamental oneness of humanity. That's what he spoke about. Similarly, Badi, in his participation on a distinguished panel, you know, furthered this narrative and spoke more about the role that crypto exchanges can play in this transition that we're going through, and how our focus should be on serving humanity rather than blatant profiteering. And I really believe that this is the contribution, you know, beyond our product, of course, that VALR can make to this industry. I believe it's a valuable contribution, which is really to advance discourse, the way we think about our industry, the way we think about what it's really all about. Because ultimately, I believe, or we believe, that the success of this industry and of our common endeavor is ultimately comes down to our ability to commit to a higher set of principles and values, and ultimately it's really about serving humanity and advancing civilization. And I say these words as I walk around in this very ancient city with this beautiful mosque behind me, which is really quite ancient. And yeah, you know, I'm very struck by the history of it all, and I guess very optimistic actually about the future ahead of us. So I hope that you enjoyed the video, and you know, see you again on the next episode of VALR to the world.